Next, I'm going to review the final episode for Barry Season 4. So, this is also the series finale. It's called Wow. Yeah, that's one word for it. I just finished watching it. I have to watch it on Monday because Sunday night, by the time it comes out here, it's like early in the morning. So, just finished watching it, and my initial reactions are this show just kind of devolved into a lot of nonsense and craziness at the end because this season, oh, by the way, it's a spoiler review, so if you're watching this and you don't want to be spoiled, what are you doing here? So you've been warned, and I'll put the spoiler alert up. This season has just jumped from the regular timeline that we are following for the first 3 seasons, and then it jumped 8 years ahead. And so that's where it picks up again there, where with the cliffhanger from last episode. And then it jumps ahead again like another 5 years or something. Okay, it says years later. It doesn't say how much. I'm guessing it's probably 5 years, maybe 6, going on the age of the kid there. So this just went really crazy at the end because suddenly there's a big shootout between Hank and Fuchs. There's Fuchs wants Hank to admit that he killed Cristobal. I don't see why would he want that. What was Cristobal to him? Fuchs has changed a lot, and then at the end he's helping out Barry for the last time. Meanwhile, is he trying to make amends for how terrible he was to him? I don't know. Sally goes off and she survives the big shootout as well. It's just the three of them: Fuchs, John, and Sally. Mr. Cousineau gets vilified as the villain in the end. So they're reopening the case, and he's a suspect. And I mean, big spoiler here because Cousineau kills Barry, which I thought Cousineau was probably going to shoot himself, and maybe that was his intention. But then when he found out Barry was there, he shot him. So that kind of solidified himself as a suspect, even though he didn't. Did he do a lot of bad stuff before? I don't remember. I don't remember him doing that. I don't think he wanted his girlfriend killed or any of that. I mean, Barry going into he's essentially going into Walmart there, pissed off, and he's like, guns, I want all the guns. And the kid's just sitting there like, yeah, what ones you want? I don't care. I'm not an American, but that's definitely some social satire there. I'm sitting there, you can just walk into a Walmart or wherever and just buy as many guns as you want. And then he's walking out with all the guns. You can see he's even got the clips in them, and he's got all the ammo belt, and he's just walking. He's walking out through the toy aisle. Okay? He's brushing up against moms with their kids in the toy aisle, and he just walks out, paid for him at the gun counter, just walks right out. No one says anything. No one stops him. That seems a bit odd to me. I don't know. We don't see stuff like that here in Canada. So that was crazy to me. I mean, it's supposed to be funny, but that's some real dark humor there. Because it's not funny. It's like, this really happens. Jeez. So Barry is killed. Gene's portrayed as the villain, and that he shot his son on purpose and used drug money to buy his son a house. Yeah, so that didn't work out well for Cousineau at all, but really, wasn't he more of the victim, or did he just kind of just get swept up in everything? Then what do we got? So John sees this movie that's made called The Mask Collector about Barry, and so that's a really interesting version of the story because, as I'm saying, it goes from the main timeline, then it jumps 8 years, then it jumps 5 years, and then we're seeing this movie that's supposed to be retelling the events. So are they saying, and it's completely It's complete nonsense, really, is what it is. They're casting like this good-looking actor to play Barry, and Kusino is the villain, and it makes him seem like Barry's a tragic hero who had to get out from under Mr. Kusino, who was causing all these problems and manipulating everything. Just complete nonsense. So are they saying that Hollywood doesn't get it right, or that history is written by those that are still alive? And I don't know what they're trying to comment on there. Sally's ending was nice. She gets away with her son, and I mean, she's by herself, so she's a single mom, but she doesn't have to be. That's her choice. And so she becomes a successful high school student. She's a high school teacher, a theater teacher, and she's pretty successful at it. Everyone really enjoys her productions that she puts on. Okay, if she was really good at it, why isn't she actually directing plays or community theater or something? Oh well. So, in a sense, so my theory about how this was all just in Barry's head and it's all going to come crashing down, well, I would guess I was completely wrong on that. But they didn't explain why Sally was seeing blood when she went to go talk to the officer. Is that just some programming that Barry put in her? I don't know. Or was that just in her own head or from drugs or alcohol? They didn't really explain that. If you know the answer, leave a comment down below. Let me know. So, Gene has been... So he watches... Hold on. Years later, Sally has become a respected high school theater director, while Gene has been sentenced to life in prison, and Barry has been laid to rest in Arlington National Cemetery with full honors. Holy jeez. So really, this show ultimately is about... I mean, it's about mental illness and PTSD for soldiers, I guess, because he's a veteran, he's all messed up. And so is Fuchs there. But Fuchs also used him and was pretty crappy towards them. So there's a lot of messaging in this. But just on the surface, it appears to kind of evolve into nonsense. Maybe I'm not quite sure how I feel about this ending for this series. I mean, didn't really wow me there. There's a lot of commentary. I don't know. Is the people enjoying this? I'm kind of at this point. Not so much. Maybe sometime in the future I'll go ahead and rewatch this whole series from start to finish, because it was really good and I can see myself watching it again. Well, those are my final thoughts there for the series finale of Barry, season 4, episode 8, called Wow. Those are my thoughts. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. Did you enjoy this? Did you not? Did you like this series overall? Let us know down in the comments below.